So guys, that was the preview of how the GoPro sounds before and after. We put on some Deadcat on it. I have watched a couple of YouTube videos before I was doing this. I took some of the advice that I thought was good and just made one video for it. So this is my take on how you would eliminate wind sound on a GoPro without having to use an external mic. So the reason that I did do this to my GoPro was because I'm not doing motovlogs and I don't want to have a lot of cables and stuff running through my helmet to have like external mics. I just want to have like an easy and good way to edit my videos. And with using the Deadcats, I can just drag in my video. I have the audio straight from the GoPro instead of having to like work with audio clips and video clips. What I did do was to take some advice, as I said, and one of them was using a contact glue which acts more like of a rubber, because I did glue on the Deadcats. I don't know if you can see it here, but I did. Let's see, I did glue it on using the Loctite. This is the glue that I used, Loctite Repair Extreme. I just bought it, it was kind of cheap. It was easy to work with. I also did use a brush to put the glue on. I put the glue on the GoPro first and then cut out the Deadcats. And these are the Deadcats that I bought. I actually bought the wrong ones because these are the ones that have a hole in them so you can like put it over a microphone. My first initial thought was when I bought these was that I wanted like the small ones that you just glue on. But I actually found this to be quite easy. I just cut it out into pieces. So cut the straight line between and just align them to the GoPro. These are a little bit more like, not heavy, but they're thicker. So I'm not sure how the other ones perform in relation to these ones, but I think this one worked really good actually. It was easy to applicate and everything. So as I was saying, I put it on with a brush. You do not want to glue on the Deadcats because you might get glue inside of the hole, because the GoPro has like holes. I'm gonna show you here on the speaker. You can see here on the speaker, it's like small holes and you do not want to have glue in that. So what I did was, as I said, brush it on both sides, first on the GoPro, then on the Deadcat, and then I got the result. Yes, so it looks quite funny. I had to cut this one shorter so it does not block the lens when you're driving, so I actually have it upside down. These ones, I made them a little bit thicker just because they're not in the way. Also this one at the top, so the more material you have, the more it's going to block the wind also. So what are my thoughts of using the Deadcats on the GoPro? Well, my thoughts after reviewing the footage is that there's a lot less wind in higher speeds. In lower speeds also, but it's more noticeable in higher speeds. You can go up to like 100 kilometers and it's not going to be as much. What I also noticed is that the sound is less muffled. What I did not mention in the preview was that I actually turned off the wind function in the audio settings on the GoPro, so that might be the cause of that. But I feel like the sound is a lot more sharp. You can hear the driver properly, like you don't need an external mic to talk. Maybe not in high speeds, but in low speeds you can actually hear the driver, as you maybe saw in the preview. So if you have wind coming from the side or like attacking from the side when you're tilting your head, there's a little bit more wind than when you're just going straight from the front. I feel like it's impossible to have no wind noise when you're driving a motorcycle. Maybe for like lower speed activity when you're driving like a normal bike. Maybe if you're just walking around. I feel like this is the best way to remove a lot of wind noise if you don't want to have an external microphone. I think it performs good, but I think it's very hard to have no wind noise. Even these that are very thick, I think this will probably performs better than the ones. So what I would say is the sound is a lot more muffled if you don't have these. That might be the cause of me having the wind function on. I don't know. The sound is very, very good with the Deadcats. It's a lot less wind. You can go up in higher speeds and have a little to medium wind, but still like watchable. Otherwise the audio was unusable if you didn't have the Deadcats on. Other cons might be that you don't want to take this underwater. I don't know. It looks quite stupid. Not sure what you think about that. Other than that, for a cheap mod, I think I spent maybe like $20 buying the Deadcats because yeah, they're big, but I can reuse them. I spent maybe like $6 on the glue, and the brush I already had it. So it's a cheap mod. Looks kind of dumb, but I think it performs very well for what it is. So let me know, guys, if you have any better ideas on how to delete wind noise when you're driving a motorcycle. In high wind speed, especially in Sweden, when you're close to the water, there's a lot of wind coming from the side, from everywhere. When you're tilting your head, the wind is going to come from everywhere. So tell me if you have any better ideas or suggestions, and I will take a look at that and maybe even apply it.